Hi, I'm JJ Williams with Michael Saunders and Company, and on this channel, Living in Lakewood Ranch, we talk about all things Lakewood Ranch and the surrounding areas. And today I have a special treat for you. I am sitting with a very new homeowner here in Lakewood Ranch, Lindsay, and he met Mark and me through the Living in Lakewood Ranch channel. So I thought it'd be fun and interesting to talk to him about his experience, his process, and how we got to today. Right. So Lindsay, welcome. Thank you for joining me.
You're very welcome. It's good to be here, and thank you for working with me as well. So I ironically had gotten the contact information from YouTube, and seeing Mark on the YouTube channel was Living in Lakewood Ranch, and so I reached out to him because I was working with another agent that just didn't, had that comfortable feeling. We'll go into details on that. But I saw Mark and I thought, here's a guy that knows the area, certainly is kind of focused on the Lakewood Ranch. And I was kind of interested in leaning towards Lakewood Ranch, but I was kind of open to other areas as well, and it sounded like you guys were in the surrounding community. So I kind of reached out to Mark, and he was gracious enough to pick up the phone, and we talked. Yeah, I think, I think we were talking kind of off camera was that, it's hard to, I've never gotten a lead off of YouTube with something, but, I just felt like Mark was pretty genuine, upfront, no BS, and I kind of fit my style. And then, reached out to him, and we chatted a little bit, and it was kind of the same guy I saw on camera. So I felt pretty comfortable with that. And then he said, hey, I got a good teammate in you, and, here we go. So it worked out great.
Yeah, so we met, it was over a year ago, and we did look around at the surrounding areas, and we actually had a lot of fun looking at resales, new construction. We focused a lot on golf. That was a priority, which brought us to Azario eventually. And once we had narrowed down to Lakewood Ranch and did a little bit of legwork there, and then we just kept narrowing it down until we found the exact right situation, which happened to be new construction. So one question I get a lot is, do I need an agent when I go to the new construction communities? And can you share your feelings about how you benefited from working with me?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I think that I think even both of you guys, both Mark and you, kind of articulated the point that even if you're looking at new construction, you really need somebody to help you guide through that process, because really you're only seeing one side of the sale if you're working directly with the builder. You're not getting any input from you as a realtor who's A, gone through the process, B, has dealt with different builders and experiences, and kind of can help navigate through the process a little bit, rather than me just going in and just listening to the builder and listening to what they have to say and not really, get any input from somebody outside that can help me kind of navigate any kind of minefields that are out there. So that was kind of my motivation as well. And honestly was to get y'all's input as far as, quality of builder, issues to look for, those kind of things that you guys are experiencing daily. I didn't. I mean, I'm just coming down new, so I didn't had no history of any of these people as far as, building quality, any things to look out for, any issues and so forth. So that was kind of my motivation.
Yeah, that's a really good point, because this is something that is our day-to-day business. We do this every day. So when you're doing a new purchase, whether it's new construction or resale, typically 7 years has gone by since you've done that. One other benefit that I hear from other clients who've worked with Mark and me is that we're both available. We both are very available people, but sometimes you say, I remember Mark did a video about doing a pre-construction home inspection, and you could always just pick up the phone and call Mark, even though you and I had been kind of working together hand in hand.
Yeah, so that's exactly. I actually got more tips from his from y'all's channel, I guess yours channels, in regards to using a home inspector as because they don't. Again, the builder doesn't advocate that, and they don't really push it. But I think buyer beware that you always want to be cognizant of issues, and so get an outside third party to look
Yeah.
at the house from a home inspection standpoint was well worth it.
Yeah.
They were great, and thanks to y'all for kind of turning me onto that lead. So that worked out great.
Yeah. So it took a little bit over a year to build.
Yes.
But the nice thing is you were able to use the amenities at Azario while you were under contract.
Yep.
So you
Yep.
got to know some people playing golf
Yep.
and everything,
Yep.
and now
Yep.
you live here. And you've been in here just a few days, and you've already done so many nice things. You put in your outdoor kitchen that you had
Right.
planned on doing,
Right.
and you did some really nice design
getting there.
plans.
We're getting there.
It's always a process. It
Right,
never ends, right?
Right.
So, but it's also been a lovely experience for me as well.
good,
We've
good.
had some fun together
Right.
and
Well,
done
you-
a little socializing as well. So
Exactly,
that's been fun.
and it's been good, and again, it's a collaborative effort. So,
Yeah.
And the
That's a
big
good
thing
word.
is that I always felt like if I needed something, I could always reach out to you. You're going to get there and get right back to me. So I always felt comfortable about that.
So, Lindsay, I would love if you could share with people a little bit of your experience with the new construction process and what that's like.
Sure.
So, once we determined that that this is where you wanted to live, you and I sat down with the on-site agents. In this case, we made our design selections right there with her. There was no, in that situation, we did
Right.
not go to a design
Right.
center. We did it right there with her.
Right.
And signed the contracts and all those steps. But as far as your perspective of the build process, how was that? Could you share that with
Yeah,
people who don't
I
know?
think that the builder, Taylor Morrison, obviously who's out here, so that's who the developer is. They're a quality company, and they made that process with your help. Going through it, because I didn't want to go through a design center, and at the time they were offering some incentives, so that was kind of another motivation that we kind of got involved into. So which really kind of prompted me to sign the contract then, because that was going away on the incentives, and so I was looking for that. So
Oh, and I also remember when we were looking for the lot, because there was lot options,
Right.
and we walked the lots together, and
right.
you ended up taking
Right,
this
right.
really beautiful
Right.
view here.
yeah, so that was kind of the motivation, and they made it pretty easy. And then you kind of helped me through some of the selection process, which I appreciate.
And I
So-
loved doing that.
Yeah,
That was
you
fun.
did. And so that went fine, and so I was here for when they broke ground to completion of the building. I
Yeah.
moved down in May of last year, and kind of anticipating that hopefully it had been done earlier than it was in March, but so I could be here and be
Come and
available for all of the the pre-drywall walkthroughs and all that stuff to make sure everything was laid out as I wanted it. So
Yeah.
that went pretty well, and so I was here for the whole process. So I was able to kind of come every day if I wanted to. I'd come here like once or twice a week or something like that.
Yeah.
And so that worked out fine, and I was able to take advantage of the amenities as well, as like you said. So I can play golf out here, use the gym, the pool,
Yeah.
all the things that they have to offer out here, which is really, really nice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So it was kind of like when you finally closed, you felt like, well, I'm already home. I just now have a door to open.
Yeah, well, at least I'm in the neighborhood. I don't have to go through the gate anymore, so that kind of goes. So, but I only live like 5 miles away, so it's not a big
Yeah.
deal. But
Yeah.
this is once I get settled in, it's going to be great. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Lindsay, thank you so much.
Oh,
It's
you
been-
bet, JJ. You've been wonderful. Thank you
are
so
too.
much.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today for this special visit with Lindsay, our new homeowner. And of course, I am available. Mark is available. If you have questions, you're considering moving to the area, please call us. We are happy to help. JJ Williams, Michael Saunders and Company.